Hi, Shabbat Shalom everyone. I'm going to continue this awesome series of Daf Yomi on Lamed Bet on Masechet Bava Metzia. And look how much fun this is, guys, right behind me over here. Check this out over here. Look at this slide. I feel tempted. I feel young again. My daughter's over here, just behind. I'm just taking her to do the Shabbat shopping. I feel tempted to go on it, but I will share over some words of Torah and give you some panoramic view. And it's actually interesting. I've written down it's honoring parents in this week's today's Daf Yomi. Friends, we're talking all about the importance of honouring parents, but at the same time within regards to keeping Shabbat, because we know one thing is that many times there could be the situation that goes on where a parent is not religious and the child wants to keep mitzvot and has to go against the parents' wishes. Is this allowed in the Torah? We see different verses inside the Torah. We see in the Aseret Dibrot how important it is to honor one's father and mother, but at the same time one must guard the Shabbat. There's a blueprint all over inside the Torah over there. So what's interesting is that in today's stuff over here we grapple with this issue, and the question is posed a lot of times. A child becomes 18, 19, 20, they're in university, they're in college, they might want to learn in yeshiva. So sometimes they will really want to go, and the parents say, no way, you're not going to become someone extremely religious, we don't want this, we're scared, and all the other things. These issues come. It could be also, I had a friend when I was younger, I remember a good friend of mine that he was started keeping mitzvot, a lot of mitzvot, and his parents was totally against it, and in fact he had to hide the fact that he's keeping the mitzvot within regards to kashrut. His parents didn't know that he was keeping kosher fully. Well, he didn't know that he was being strict within regards to different utensils, within regards to separating milk and meat utensils, within regards to kashering the house, within regards to all the different utensils over there. He was strict on everything he was becoming, and the parents were totally against it. So in a situation like this, what does someone do? Let's say the father or the mother tells the son or the daughter, break Shabbat, you have to go inside the car on Shabbat. Does the kid have to listen or not? These are questions that are grappled with in today's daf over here. Of course, one should not. Obviously, if God forbid there's a life-threatening situation, one immediately runs to break Shabbat to help the person that's got their life in danger, obviously within regards to the certain parameters over there. But if the parent is telling someone, like say, to break Shabbat just for the sake of it over here, one must not listen to the parents over there. Now, there could be other issues where the parents will tell the child, don't do this, don't do that. When it comes to actually doing an Aveira, one's not allowed to listen to them. But there's no but, actually. But there is a but also. When one is becoming religious, going on a religious journey, which Baruch Hashem, if someone is not, I recommend it to everybody. It's got to be done in a manner where, you want to keep a very strong relationship with one's parents. Honor them at the best degree possible. Show them all the kavod, all the honor, and everything else. It's so important. This is one of the 10 commandments, and one's got to do it with wisdom. Sometimes, there are things that aren't necessarily, you're not transgressing something, and you could be in their company, you call them, you show them love, you show that how much you appreciate them. These are very, very important things. It could be still, they're not going to be warm to the other person. I get these questions a lot where people have a lot of issues with the parents. They are going on a very religious journey and the parents don't respect it at all, are actually dead against it. One's got to show love, one's got to show that they're a good person, one's got to show that they have been influenced brilliantly from the religion. One's got to do a Kiddush Hashem the whole time, but at the same time one should not compromise and not do any of the Aveirot, God forbid, that is being done. Now, there's questions of minhagim. Should one be very strict on a minhag? If it's going to offend the parents or not? Those are different issues over here. We're talking about Aseret Dibrot, which is very, very crucial, which we learn in Parashat Yitro, and we learn also around the start of the Sefer Devarim also. But one has got to do a Kiddush Hashem, especially one's going on a religious journey. One's got to show other people. You're like an advert for the religion. Why other people should become religious, especially if they're around non-religious people. Obviously, some people will say if the people you're hanging around with is going to be a bad influence and they're going to bring you down, that's a different issue over here. But in many of the cases, one could be a positive influence. I was telling someone just the other day that if someone is become religious and everyone else is not, what a positive influence a person can have on everybody else, especially on a Friday morning. I was telling the guy over there, someone that's become very religious now, and he has a lot of friends that aren't religious, and he's married now, he's got kids. I told the guy, why can't you do send a short message before Shabbat and wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom, all the old friends, all the secular people. The wisdom that you can give over to other people, the way you can be mashpia to other people, the way you can influence other people is absolute infinite. And that's one thing we've got over here. When we're going on our religious journey over here, we can mamash influence other people and influence our families also. We can take two views over here, especially when one's going on a religious journey. Once again, someone's become religious and the parents aren't. Some people might shove it on the parents' face and say, look how religious I am, I'm doing everything correct. But why not, if one is going on the religious journey, show respect at the same time? Maybe the other person, maybe some of the things hugging which the person has brought on. Maybe the parents, the people aren't on the same wavelength to understand. Maybe in some cases, some things might be customs and stuff like that from different communities, which the parents are part of a different community. Why make them feel bad saying that you're better than others? If you're following, especially, it can happen sometimes where someone becomes very religious. The parents also are religious also, but in regards to a different strand of Judaism, a different Orthodox strand of Judaism. And someone wants to change their way. They get influenced from a specific rabbi, and they feel that their rabbi is more correct, their customs is more correct, which they've just taken on. One's got to show respect to everyone. That's to appreciate everyone else. Obviously, this Orthodox channel, so we subscribe just to the Orthodox Judaism and to the Orthodox rabbis and to the Torah law. But one's got to still respect everyone else. So that's a power. When we are keeping the mitzvot, to make the mitzvot that everyone's going to want to keep it. Everyone's going to get inspired from it, but we don't want people to say, no, you don't keep this, don't keep that. Oh, look how bad it is, he's become religious and stuff like that. We don't want that attitude. We want a positive attitude of love, but at the same time, one cannot compromise their religious level. One's got to be strong, one's got to be proud of their Judaism, one's got to be proud of their mitzvot and everything else. And by the way, I think I heard once from a very religious woman that went inside the media saying that she doesn't compromise on who she is, on her customs and everything else. She's proud of her Judaism, proud of her very strong religious observance, and other people respect the people at the end of the day over here. So there's many laws. This is just a short tidbit. I would very much recommend everyone to learn the hilchot of Kibud Av V'em, all different laws pertaining to it, and get strong in it, especially ones going on their religious journey. And Bezrat Hashem, wishing you all a fantastic Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom Barach. Take care.